Hi, welcome to Dave's Kitchen. Come on in. I'm Dave, and this is Dave. This is two Daves in one kitchen. Right now, Dave's sharpening a knife, so we have a knife that we can cut some apple garnish with. Today, we're going to make an apple wing as a garnish for an apple tart. Dave is sharpening this knife. We teach our students how to do this as soon as they start with us in the year. All right, thanks for the sharp knife, Dave. Now I've got a sharp knife to work with. I'm going to make this for you. This is called the apple wing, and I'll show you the easiest way in the world you can make this and make it as accurate as I've made it here. You don't need a lot of skill in order to be successful. You take a whole apple, cut that apple in half, cut the half in half, so now you have quarters to work with. We'll work with a quarter of an apple. Seeds sometimes get a little bit in the way, so pull those out of the way if they're there. Get a couple of these little skewers that you use to skewer your chicken with in the summertime. Put them on each side of the apple. Take your knife, make sure it's sharp. Like a razor. Here we go. Straight from the top, down to the wood. And then lift up the knife, turn the apple, make another cut just like that. Push the apple through, and you have a little cut just like that. You can see how it's going to be formed. You just keep doing this successive cutting until you run out of apple. To my right, you can see some garnishes the students worked on today. They did these on their own. One of them made a turtle out of apples. The other one made a bird out of apple. And they copied some pictures in one of these books on my left and came up with those. A couple of motivated, actually a few. There were a girl and a boy worked on one, and a boy worked on the other. Great job. And you can take this idea and run with it in many, many different ways. We make a bird. We make the wings and the tail this way, and then you take part of the apple and make the head of the bird. And I'll make just one more cut, just like so. And that'll be the last one on this one. Okay, you put it together, just like so. And you can fan it out a little bit more. I'm going to show you another thing you can do with this. Watch this. Push it back together. Take out the bottom, like a deck of cards, right? Hold it together like this. Cut on both sides, like so. Pull your knife out, and then separate it again, just like this. Put one half of it in here like this. Take the other half, put it on the other side. Get back here. I'm trying to cut class. You don't have a pass, you stay right where you're supposed to. There we go. Just like so. Two different things you can do with an apple. And now we are going to make an apple pie, French-style apple pie. We're going to make it without a pie pan. Here's some pie dough. We're going to work with this. We're going to use this bowl again to help us shape it. We dust the table with a little bit of flour, a little flour on top of our dough. Grandma's rolling pin. Start to roll out the dough. Turn the dough as you roll it. You can turn the pin too. If it starts to stick, put a little more flour underneath it. Roll it out so it's a 1/4 inch thick. Okay, we've got it. We'll take this bowl we were using, cut a circle out of the bowl. You can make more out of the scraps. Okay, now we have a little egg wash. Egg wash is 1 teaspoon of water with a whole egg. Beat it up real good. We use it like glue. Paint it right on the perimeter of your circle of dough. Okay? That's going to help things hold together. And now we're going to take this apple filling. It's made from Granny Smith apples that were cooked in apple juice with a little cinnamon and allspice and a whole bunch of sugar. And we're going to put that in the center of our tart. All right, we've got enough there. And now we're going to fold the outside edges in. We're going to make a pretty pattern. We're going to use egg wash again, and we're going to use that to kind of hold things together. So when we fold over, it won't come undone when we bake it. Okay, that is our free-form apple tart called a galette in France. And then I'm going to take those little dough scraps I cut out when I was cutting the circle. I'm just going to make a few leaves, and I'm going to put those on top as a decoration. Being autumn, I love autumn, and I love leaves and the grape harvest, and we're just going to give it a little bit of a autumnal feel. So a little egg wash on top of these, just like so. Decorate our tart with those. Get a little curve going on that one. And this one can go overlay just like that. I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to make a little circle. And we're going to make some mock fruit out of that. So something's being harvested. And we're representing it with this. Celebrating fall. And the apple. There you have it. All right, and here we've got some galettes that were made today, a cherry and a couple apples, and what we'll do is we'll arrange it to make it look a little more interesting. We're going to take that garnish that we have over here that we made, the apple wing, and we're going to put that on our platter as well. You can see the garnish adds an awful lot to that little platter. Makes it look a whole lot more interesting. So, if you're ever in the neighborhood, come into Fort Vancouver High School. Take our class. That's 2 Dave's Culinary Arts. We'd love to have you.